Okay, welcome back to part two. This is the second part of manipulating this shot, which you've seen in print form. It's been entered into a few things for the club. What I've done so far is basic manipulation, just raw processing in Lightroom. Created a TIFF which has been processed with the detail extractor in Nik Color FX Pro to produce this result. What I'm going to do now is take this manipulated file and we're going to straighten this up using DxO Viewpoint. So we get into Viewpoint through the plugin that's in Lightroom, and it's listed here at the top, but what I've done is I've set up a default image size that I like to use. It's going to make me a copy. What I'm going to do, actually, you can make another copy which will keep this original one if we don't like what we do, or I can edit the original. Now when it says edit the original, it's this file, because Lightroom has produced a TIFF version and it has preserved the original raw already when we did the last bit. So I'm just going to select edit original in this case just to save space, because I've done this about 4 times so far trying to get this video to work. So edit original, we're going out into DxO Viewpoint 2, so edit that. So what's happening here is we're just opening this file in Viewpoint 2. So here's Viewpoint 2, so we're going to opening up. Oh, we got an update available. We'll do that later. So what I'm going to do here, I'm not going to do any of these distortion and volume things. Don't need those on this particular shot because I've already done that with Lightroom's lens module. What I am going to do is I'm going to manipulate the geometry here using the controls here. So we're going to use, in this particular case, I'm going to use the rectangle tool. So what that's done here is given me some markers, so I'm going to position those, and thankfully the architect in his wisdom has given me a nice grid to follow in this beautiful building. So I'm going to line this up along the lines here and just make sure that we've got it exactly as straight as we want. And you know, you got to be quite meticulous with this. And make sure you get it just as you really want it. What I can do is I can zoom in and I can pan on this and make sure that these spots are just exactly really where I want them. I want that just to be outside of the line. Want that, yeah, just maybe up a little bit, where are we? There we go. And let's take that back out to full view. So what I can do is actually go up here top left and use this view. And here's the manipulation. And what you can see here is that the default setting for cropping is in fact to preserve the aspect ratio, but we don't want that, so we're going to turn that off. We're going to put it on constrained, so that'll go take us right up to the top. It will keep it within the confines of the actual image, so you see that we're losing quite a bit at the edges. We're not worried about that, just interested in the building of this shot. And that's something to keep in mind when you're shooting something like this. You've got lots of megapixels in your camera. Allow yourself room for this sort of cropping. Be aware of that, particularly with a building like the Titanic, which is going to really flare out, and maybe I'll do a little video on that. So we've got our straightened building. We have got our crop now like that. Now if you notice, my lady here's got a little bit short, so we're going to actually fix that. So our horizontal vertical ratio we're going to sort out, and I can never remember which way we're going here, so we'll just suck it and see. Of course, pick the wrong one. So go the opposite direction, and I think we want to bring that in maybe a little bit more. So I'm going to stretch it up to about 20 to get a similar result somewhere, yeah, around there. I think that looks pretty good, giving her nice long legs. Maybe made her a little bit taller. The circle on the sign looks okay to me. The lettering, we haven't got something there. I think that's fine. That's going to give us a nice result. On the last video I said actually that I did noise reduction in Lightroom because the DxO software adds noise. It doesn't, sorry, that was a mistake. It's the color FX manipulation produces noise, this doesn't. So we're going to apply that. We can look at it full screen. You know, that's straight enough. This is only a demo. We've got a nice horizontal line there, horizontal line there. We've stretched that out a bit, and when we save that, hey presto, in it goes to Lightroom. In this case it's just replacing, because we didn't create a new file. When we were exporting, you know, if we'd wanted to, we could have created a copy and still have the distorted one and be able to go back to it in case we screwed something up. You can always go back then with your original and do that stage again. So what we're going to do now is we've got our shot. What I'm going to do is crop it into where I want it, and I'm going to bring it into that line there, and on this side maybe not so far, on that side we'll bring it into that one, and we'll bring this down a little bit. We'll bring it down to there if we want, or give ourselves a little bit of room, take it up to there, whatever you think, whatever you want. I think this may be a little bit dead, so bring that down again, we'll bring it down to there. And there you have it. And again, we can, this is a TIFF file, so we've got a little bit of headroom for some manipulations. You could boost the contrast a little bit if we want, particularly if we're going to print it. So, geometric correction with viewpoint, brilliant. So, that's that for manipulation in viewpoint. That's how simple it is.